As a small business or a startup, your priority is to grow your business and to maximize profits. It is easy to neglect the legal aspects that are tedious, but equally as important. A lot of startups even rely merely on trust and verbal agreements. But you must understand that failure to document these agreements and understandings properly can prove fatal to your business and brand image in the event of a legal dispute. Here are 10 essential contracts for your business. Number 1. A Shareholders Agreement. If you are starting a business with another person, you need to enter into a Shareholder Agreement. It regulates the relationship between the company, its shareholders and directors, and it governs how your business will be managed. When the business grows and starts to generate revenue, issues may arise amongst the co-founders, and this can lead to business failure. Without a shareholder agreement, you will expose the business to huge risks and litigation costs, even if it may be unforeseeable right now. As your business grows, you will need funding to expand and grow in new areas, which is why you'll need to enter into an investment agreement. An investment agreement is a contract between a company and investors who want to purchase shares of the company. An investment agreement outlines the terms and conditions for the incoming investor, such as restrictive covenants on selling or transferring of company shares, and the rights to purchase new shares. Since the investors will have ownership rights in your business, it is important to have a well-drafted investment agreement to minimize the chance of legal disputes. At various stages of conducting business with other parties, you will have to share information on intellectual property, private equity investments, business proposals, marketing strategies, customer lists, and trade secrets and more. Since this information is sensitive and crucial for the growth of your business, it is strongly recommended that you must require the other party to sign the NDA before sharing any confidential information. An NDA prevents unauthorized disclosure of confidential information to a third party. A signed NDA will provide you with a protective framework to freely share confidential data and to develop better business relationships with your clients. Number 4. A service agreement. A service agreement is an agreement under which one party agrees to provide services to the other party in exchange for remuneration. If you are in the business of providing a service, you need to execute a service agreement to define the terms of your relationship with your clients. This is so that you are both on the same page and do not clash. It also helps you to define your responsibilities as a service provider, and this will limit your liability in the event of a third-party claim. Number 5. An employment contract. An employment contract is a legally binding agreement between an employer and an employee that outlines the terms of employment. The employment contract is beneficial to both the employer and the employee as it ensures that both parties clearly understand the scope of the employment. This has the effect of minimizing the chances of future disputes. Number 6. An independent contractor agreement. An independent contractor agreement is a written agreement that establishes the business arrangement between the business owner and the contractor. The main purpose behind hiring independent contractors is to avoid forming a legal relationship between the employer and the employee, agency, or partnership with the other party. They may be a more appropriate option for startups as it is easier to end the relationship or contract once the project is completed without being responsible for the benefits that employees are entitled to by law. Number 7. A memorandum of understanding or a letter of intent. A memorandum of understanding or a letter of intent is a non-binding agreement that records the intent of parties to enter into a business transaction. It is followed by a formal, binding agreement between the parties. An MOU is important because it outlines the proposed business arrangement in clear terms, which will provide you with clarity on what to expect from the business relationship. Number 8. A joint venture or partnership agreement. A joint venture is a business arrangement whereby two or more businesses collaborate to pool their resources on a new business activity. As a small business or a startup, you aren't equipped with all the resources and expertise that you need to fuel your innovative business idea. This includes funding, distribution services, technology, and marketing expertise. Which is why, by creating a joint venture through collaboration with other companies and combining their resources with yours, you will be able to meet your goals much more easily. Number 9, a lease agreement. In the early stages, small businesses or startups usually do work from a home office. However, as the business expands, they will have to lease commercial property or rent a co-working or shared office space. If you decide to rent a commercial property, you need to sign a lease agreement with the landlord. A co-working space is rented through a license to occupy. Co-working spaces are more popular among small businesses and startups for their lower rental prices and flexibility. Number 10, a privacy policy. A privacy policy is a guide on the collection and processing of personally identifiable information of a customer by the business. Personally identifiable information refers to any information that can be used to identify a particular person. This includes their name, email address, phone number, or physical address. If your business requires a customer to provide any of this information, you have to have a privacy policy as part of your customer-client agreement, and you also have to publish this on your website. For all the necessary documents needed, visit DocPro.com.